In 2000, the Oklahoma Sooners, October to be precise, Oklahoma embarked on what was called Red October. We played Texas, K State, took a bye week, and played Nebraska. Three ranked teams. I can't remember what Texas was. I think that was 11th. K State was number two, Nebraska number one. Tough schedule. And that was Bob Stoops' second year as head coach at OU. But what was the significance of this Nebraska game? If y'all tune in, I'm going to tell you this coming up on this episode of Sooner Legends Podcast. Well, welcome to this episode of Sooner Legends Podcast. I'm your host, Mike the Legend. And if you don't mind, if you're new to the channel, new to the family, hop down and please hit that red subscriber button. Turn on your post notification bells. That way you won't miss any OU related content that I will be dropping in the future. And also, if you're watching from a laptop or a tabletop PC, you will notice down in the right hand corner there's a watermark that looks like a subscribe button. Just hover your pointer over that red subscriber button and you could subscribe right there without jumping out of the video to hit subscribe. Little trick I learned. And also, could you give me a like? Could you give me a comment? And could you share the video, please? Because sharing is caring, and it's small things like that that helps small content creators such as myself push the algorithm of YouTube, and it means the world to me. Well, like I stated at the beginning of the video, Oklahoma in 2000, year two, under Bob Stoops, we began Red October with Texas, and I think they was ranked number 11th at that time. But we shellacked Texas, steamrolled them, had Bebo burgers, 63-14. And then we had to travel to K State, where we beat them 41-31. Now that one had me on the edge of my seat. Because if y'all remember Jonathan Beasley, dang good quarterback. And then we had the bye week, and then comes Nebraska. Number one team in the nation, who was led by their trigger man, Eric Crouch, coached by Frank Solich. And Nebraska jumped up on us 14-0. And I was in attendance at the game. There was a young couple sitting next to me, and they began to collect their belongings. And I asked them, "Where y'all going?" And the husband replied to me, "We're leaving. This game is over." So I talked to him very, very calmly. I said, "Sir," I said, "football's 4 quarters. We're only 8 minutes and 11 seconds in the first quarter." I said, "Yeah, it's rough right now." I said, "But what if you leave now and OU wins the game and you have grandchildren many years down the road and they say, 'Papa, tell me about the time you and Grandma was at the OU game in 2000 against Nebraska.'" I said, "If you leave now," I said, "you won't have any memories of the game." I said, "Stay and see how it plays out." I said, "If nothing else, if they've got us blowed out by halftime when we come out of come out in the third quarter, then by all means, I'll probably be leaving with you. I said, but I'm staying to see how this actually plays out. Well, we know how it played out. 47 seconds into halftime, before halftime, uh, OU scores one with a 19-yard pass to Curtis Fagan, and then Quentin Griffin's touchdown run. So going into halftime, we come up 14-7. Now, long story short, Oklahoma scored 31 unanswered points and held Nebraska to 14 points. The play of the game. Don't argue with me with this because everybody knows the play of the game. Andre Wolfolk kicks the ball up to him and has a reception. To me, that was the play of the game. And that was on the ESPN highlight reel, too, that day. So, and of course, Derek Strait intercepted a pass, ran a touchdown. Long story short, we won 31-14. What was the significance of that game? Well, a Sooner fan like me, through the 90s, I watched us get destroyed by Nebraska. It was god awful in the 90s. Very bad. And that game, the significance in my eyes, in my heart, and in my soul was the game that put Oklahoma back into dominance on the national level, beating the number one team in the nation in Bob Stoops' second year. And of course, there was a trick play in that game. I can't remember the two players, but they tried the 1976 OU Nebraska play, the hook and lateral, and but didn't score off of it. But they ran it, by gosh. But to me, that game is the game that solidified Oklahoma's season and made us a dominant powerhouse that OU was known for during the Bud Wilkinson era and the Barry Switzer era. That put us back on the map. And of course, we ultimately went undefeated, beat Florida State in the Orange Bowl, won the national championship. Gave us our 7th national championship in Bob Stoops' second year as head coach. So this was my Throwback Thursday video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We got 425 subscribers. Thank y'all so much for commenting on my videos. I love the interaction with y'all. I I make it a point, good or bad, if when you make a comment on my videos, I reply back and I give you a heart on your comment. So I'm going to keep on keeping on. Y'all have a great evening or day, whatever it may be. This is the legend. We'll see you on the backside. God bless. Boomer Sooner.